It is, if you can believe it, the 22nd commemoration of 9/11 today. 22 years since 9/11, 2001. Amazing, isn't it? 22 years since this happened.
Take two. Take 2 and 2, 1. This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the two towers. A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way.
Jeez.
Keep going, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. I'm tired. Just
I don't have a radio or nothing, so.
Hey.
The North Tower.
Oh my God, there it goes!
And there goes the other one. Jeez. Still hurts, doesn't it?
Yes.
Brings you back to that Tuesday morning 22 years ago when, at first, we didn't know exactly what was happening. The first reports, I'll never forget this. The first reports were that a small private plane may have run into the tower. And so we were assuming, okay, did a pilot have a heart attack or what happened there? And then the second plane hit the other tower, and suddenly everything changed.
Yeah, if you'll recall, I believe it was Labor Day weekend or maybe the weekend before that, some guy in a parachute or something got tangled up in the Statue of Liberty. And so we were kind of thinking...
I didn't remember that.
Yeah. So you're thinking, all right, maybe something similar to that, but...
You believe you and I were together then, and we're still together today.
And we haven't aged a bit.
Not a bit. The exact same, actually. Exact same.
Boy, what a day.
But what a day, and what a very different America that was compared to this. You know, we all thought that we'd changed forever. And really, it turned out we did, just not in the way we thought we were going to. But we all unified, if you remember correctly, how unified we were as a nation. Everybody was together. Everybody felt the same way. We were all horrified, angry. We were willing to go find who did this and make them pay for it. And so, for a while, we had some unity. Republicans, Democrats, liberals, conservatives. It didn't matter. If you were an American, we loved each other. And that went away after about, what would you say, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was
a month?
I think it was 13 days, actually. Yeah, when Tom Daschle said, "Why aren't we attacking someone, George Bush? Let's go." And for the years following that, I'm talking like the Bush years, even into the Obama years, I think that the thought in this nation, as tragic as it is to even have this thought, was, man, it's going to take another 9/11 for us to come back together. Hell, I don't even think that something like that would bring us together at all.
I don't think that would do it.
And that says everything.
Yeah. It's a different world now. Yeah. Completely different world. I mean, as worldly as we thought we were then, we were still innocent compared to what we are today. I mean, you can't even you in 2001 you couldn't have imagined the things that we see transpire every day, all day now. It's really, again, it's a different world.
You also have people that are voting that were born after 9/11.
Yeah,
right.
They don't know a world pre 9/11.
Yeah, amazing. That's really something. Also, we have the first American president not to commemorate 9/11 from one of the sites, one of the 4 tragic sites. Instead, he'll be in Anchorage, Alaska, because the first thing that comes to mind, as we were talking about before the show off air, was, man, nothing says 9/11 like Anchorage, Alaska, right?
Boy.
It's incredible. This guy continues his America Last policy, and he slaps us in the face every chance he gets. And here's another one. And he just doesn't care. He doesn't care what you think about it. What was it they said? Something like one of his spokespeople, I don't think it was KJP, but one of his spokespeople said, well, 22 years after Pearl Harbor, American presidents were still going to Pearl Harbor.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe that?
Oh, my gosh.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Wow.
The lack of concern, the lack of empathy, the lack of patriotism, the care for the 9/11 victims' families. I mean, we're just going to blow that off now? Yeah, it's been 22 years. Forget about it. I mean, when you see that footage, it is as painful today as it was 22 years ago. It hurts just as badly today as it did then.
And Pat, 2 new victims were just identified.
Oh, you're
2
kidding.
decades after the attack.
Wow, really?
They just identified 2 new 9/11 victims.
Wow.
So we're still finding stuff.
Who are considered missing?
Yes.
Presumed dead. Right. Yeah. Wow. But the guy in the footage was ABC 7 news reporter N.J. Burkett. And he fortunately made it through that. I mean, he was right at the base of the towers when the first one came down. Jeez. Frightening. Just amazing. And you don't even, I mean, I've been watching the news since I got here at 1:30 this morning and haven't seen a single bit of footage from 9/11. I don't know if they've sworn it off, if they've been banned from showing it.
Oh, wow.
But I've seen nothing even on Fox News to commemorate, except the fact, I think they did mention Biden won't be there. He won't be at any of the 4 sites. He instead will be in Anchorage, Alaska. So,
And just to be clear here, I mean, they're mentioning 9/11. They're just not showing the footage
right
from the day.
Yes.
Yeah, because remember, MSNBC used to run
that
it.
may be verboten now. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think MSNBC has stopped airing it. Remember, they just used to run it as if it were live.
Yeah, right. Every year, right? They were one of the best commemorators of 9/11. But it'll be interesting to see if they even mention it today. 22 years already. Just amazing. Also, as we look back at the horror and the legacy of 9/11, and think about and remember the deadliest terror attack on U.S. soil ever. And we have this president who doesn't care and is in Anchorage, Alaska. It might be, just as well because he botched some other commemoration, right? He's not capable of doing anything that you're proud of or that's respectful to the nation. So he continues to, I don't know if this is a campaign stop. I don't know what he's doing in Anchorage today, but
I think it's the closest city in America he could get back to from his Asia trip.
Is that all it was?
I bet. I mean, that's what
No, you might be right. You might be right.